Imagine a world without electric light, without radio, without motors, or the very idea of wireless communication. Now imagine two men, both geniuses, both driven, both obsessed. But only one would die a rich man, the other forgotten, alone, in a cold hotel room. This is not just the story of invention. It's a story of rivalry, of betrayal, of ego, and of a war that lit up the world, literally. This is the story of Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison, two names that shaped the modern age, but at a terrible personal cost. One was a master of business, a showman, a relentless worker who patented over 1,000 inventions. The other, a visionary dreamer, a misunderstood genius whose mind was decades ahead of its time. Tesla versus Edison, the war of currents, the war of minds, the war of legacy. So buckle up, because once this story begins, there's no turning back. Thomas Edison was born on February 11, 1847, in Milan, Ohio. His childhood was not marked by genius, but by curiosity. He asked questions, endless questions, that few people around him had the patience to answer. At age 7, a teacher labeled him as addled, or mentally slow, and he was pulled out of school by his mother, Nancy Edison, who took his education into her hands. Edison's self-education was shaped by books and by relentless experimentation. He set up a lab in the basement and later in the baggage car of a train where he worked selling newspapers. By the age of 12, he was already experimenting with chemicals and telegraph machines. A major turning point came when he saved a station master's child from a runaway train. As thanks, the station master taught Edison telegraphy. This opened doors into the communications revolution of the 19th century, where Edison began to leave his mark. In his 20s, he invented the phonograph, the first device to record and play sound. It made him a national celebrity. Soon after, he developed a practical version of the electric light bulb and built a system to distribute electrical power. In 1882, he launched the Pearl Street Station in New York, the first power station in America. But Edison's power system was based on direct current, DC. It had limitations. And across the ocean, a man named Nikola Tesla had an idea that would shake Edison's world. Nikola Tesla was born at midnight during a thunderstorm on July 10, 1856, in Smiljan, modern-day Croatia. According to legend, the midwife said, "This child will be a child of light." Tesla showed signs of brilliance early. He could memorize entire books and perform calculus in his head. He suffered from visions and flashes of light that would reveal complex inventions to him instantly. Some thought he was mad. Others saw a genius. Tesla studied engineering in Austria, but never graduated. He worked for a telegraph company in Budapest, where he first conceived the idea of a rotating magnetic field, laying the foundation for alternating current, AC. In 1884, he arrived in New York City with 4 cents in his pocket and a letter of recommendation to Thomas Edison. He was hired and told he would be paid $50,000 if he could improve Edison's DC generators. Tesla succeeded, but was never paid. Edison reportedly said, "When you become a full-fledged American, you will appreciate an American joke." Feeling betrayed, Tesla quit. He would never forgive Edison, but he would also never stop. Tesla's AC system was more efficient than Edison's DC, especially for transmitting power over long distances. But Edison launched a smear campaign claiming AC was dangerous and deadly. Edison even staged public electrocutions of animals with AC to prove his point. He financed the first electric chair, powered by AC, to further vilify Tesla's system. But Tesla had found a powerful ally, George Westinghouse. Together, they improved and implemented the AC system. In 1893, they lit up the world's Columbian Exposition in Chicago using AC, dazzling millions. It was a public victory. Tesla and Westinghouse then won the contract to build the first hydroelectric power plant at Niagara Falls, which became the template for modern power systems. DC was doomed. AC won. Edison's contributions were vast. He founded General Electric, one of the most powerful companies in history. He held over 1,000 patents. His inventions touched every part of daily life: sound, light, film, power. He was a workaholic, sleeping only a few hours a night and working obsessively in his lab. He was also a ruthless businessman who often took credit for the work of his employees. Despite his flaws, Edison remains a symbol of innovation. His Menlo Park lab was the first industrial research lab. He changed the way the world thinks about invention. Tesla wasn't just an electrical genius. He envisioned wireless power, predicted smartphones, drones, and renewable energy. He experimented with X-rays, radio waves, and even death rays. He demonstrated wireless communication before Marconi, but lacked the business skills to patent and protect his work. He was often outmaneuvered by smarter businessmen. In his later years, Tesla became increasingly reclusive. He fed pigeons in Central Park and claimed to communicate with them. He talked about interplanetary messages and invisible energy fields. Though brilliant, he became isolated, poor, and forgotten. He died alone in a hotel room in 1943 in debt and obscurity. After Tesla's death, history began to correct itself. Scientists acknowledged his contributions to modern technology. The SI unit of magnetic flux density was named the Tesla. Today, Tesla is seen as the father of the modern world. His AC system powers homes globally. His ideas predicted technologies that didn't exist in his time. Edison, too, is still honored. But in the battle of vision versus business, Tesla's underdog story resonates deeply in the age of innovation. Edison and Tesla represent two sides of genius. Edison was the tireless grinder, turning ideas into reality through sweat and control. Tesla was the dreamer, soaring beyond the boundaries of his time. The world needed both. Edison built the foundation. Tesla electrified the dream. In recent years, the world has rediscovered Tesla, not just the man, but the symbol of pure invention. His name graces a global car brand, a unit of science, and the hearts of those who believe in the impossible. The rivalry between Edison and Tesla wasn't just about electricity. It was about what it means to change the world. Two men, two minds, two paths. One changed the world with wires and patents. The other changed it with vision and sparks. In the end, they both succeeded, and they both paid a price. So the next time you turn on a light, or charge your phone, or listen to music, remember them. Remember the war of currents. Remember the war of ideas. Remember Edison. Remember Tesla. Because their rivalry didn't just light up cities, it lit up the future. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Got thoughts or questions? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want more fascinating stories like this, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload from the world history.